Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. It's actually all scripted. I've been calling the Kamala Harris campaign Hollywood basically since it launched, and I've also mentioned the word scripted many times, but I don't want there to be confusion. When I'm talking about scripted, I'm not just talking about Kamala Harris uttering empty, vapid political platitudes that are all pre-written, in other words, scripted. I'm not talking about her showing up at the debate and just regurgitating scripted lines, or her showing up on Oprah, doing an interview and reading a script off a teleprompter. That's not what I'm talking about, although it's part of the story. I mean everything from the mainstream media coverage, to the activism, to the events, and of course with this whole media celebrity circus that's currently following Kamala on her little election tour here, it's all frickin' scripted. Every single little bit. I've showed you guys a couple examples of this, but this one might be the most obvious and egregious. Let's have a conversation about it. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so like I said, Hollywood. The other day this moment went viral, a real Green Day moment, let's call it. A popular singer from the band Paramore, Hayley Williams, doing this.
Project 2025 is Donald Trump's playbook for controlling and punishing women, poor people, people of color, and the LGBTQ+ community. It is time for all Americans to band together and to finally defeat the Trump agenda. And the only way to do that is by confronting him at the polls. Do you want to live in a dictatorship? Well, show up and vote! Yeah!
And obviously the left was posting the clip, celebrating. Not exactly sure why. It's not news that Hayley Williams is a left-wing Democrat shill. But anyways, celebrating this moment. But then we found out something a little bit interesting. And yep, you guessed it. She was reading a script.
Project 2025 is Donald Trump's playbook for controlling and punishing women, poor people, people of color, and the LGBTQ+ community. It is time for all Americans to band together and to finally defeat the Trump agenda. And the only way to do that is by confronting him at the polls. Do you want to live in a dictatorship? Well, show up and vote! Yeah!
You see exactly where I'm going with this when I'm saying it's all scripted. This is what the Democrats do with their army of propagandists, their army of celebrities, actors, singers, and talking heads. They feed them the script, and then of course, the actors play the role.
The beginning of the end for the Trump presidency.
The beginning of the end.
I believe this is the beginning of the end.
I do too.
It's really the beginning of the end.
The beginning of the end.
He may be feeling the walls closing in on him.
All the walls closing in on him.
The walls closing in on him.
It's literally the exact same thing. Project 2025. It's straight up propaganda. That wasn't a genuine rant. That was a propaganda script delivered by the Kamala campaign to their little celebrity proxy to continue to push the message. And boy, am I getting a healthy dose of the message these days. I'm currently traveling on a little bit of a road trip here, and I've crossed and stayed in quite a few blue strongholds as of late. Let's just say I've been inundated with Kamala Harris campaign ads, and it's the same nonsense, the same crap, almost verbatim. Nothing but lies and fear-mongering nonsense. It's the campaign talking points. I've heard them a million times, and that's why it's so obvious that that's exactly what Nikki Haley's doing. She's just a useful shill for the establishment elite. And I've noticed the Democrats trying to flip the script lately, claiming that Kamala Harris is the one with all the policies and the Trump camp has nothing definitive, but it's so obvious that that's the biggest BS. These Democrats who are now talking about policy are the same freaking people running on a platform that is totally devoid of policy. The whole bid to get elected is Project 2025, Donald Trump 20% sales tax. That's fake news, but I keep seeing it. It's gonna cost the average American family $4,000 a month. It's just straight up lies, anti-Trump fear-mongering. The only thing the Democrats really got, it's not a sound, smart, common sense policy platform. All they have are celebrity shills. The idea here is to continue with this brainwash campaign. Every day, every week, it's a new celebrity. Screw the policies. Just vote based on what your favorite influencer tells you to do. How stupid. The other day was Hayley Williams, and now today, I don't even know this person's name. It's such a no-name actress. Liza Colon-Zayas. She was in that show The Bear Air. I watched that show. It was pretty good. It was all right. But anyways, you got this random, let's call it a, I don't know, Z-list actress who was in a popular show recently. All the pop culture types know her, and so she's the latest surrogate for the Kamala Harris campaign.
All right, everybody, there's a lot on the line this fall. I need you to get out there, knock on doors, make phone calls, and elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Yes, Chef. Also, folks, this is it. Fourth quarter. Leave it all on the field out there. Get out there, get this done. Let's win this thing.
Yes, Coach. We remember after Hurricane Maria devastated the island, Trump blocked billions of dollars in hurricane relief. Okay, contributing to thousands of deaths. How he disrespected us, and how he called Puerto Rico dirty and poor and tossed paper towels at us. We can't go back. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz respect Puerto Rico's right to define its own political status. Trump opposes it. Okay? Remember, he wanted to sell or trade us for Greenland. Right? We don't forget.
Yup, don't vote based on policy. Vote based on what Liza Colon Zayas tells you. I'm legitimately laughing because it's just so stupid. Don't vote based on good economic policy. Vote based on who Taylor Swift tells you to vote for. It's unbelievable, and it's nothing but a mountain of lies. We have this Liza Colon Zayas person claiming you shouldn't vote for Trump because of what he did in Puerto Rico. Oh, well, it was so evil. He blocked hurricane relief aid. It's the same typical fear-mongering orange man bad nonsense. Trump didn't actually block aid. He might have stepped in the way a little bit. And of course, the left will tell you that he did that because he hates Puerto Ricans and he's racist. But the reality was, Trump was worried about corruption. Puerto Rico doesn't exactly have an exemplary government, and so Trump was concerned, hey, we're just gonna give the Puerto Rican government all of this frickin' money? Where's it gonna go? The whole purpose was to make sure that the funds were being used effectively. But nope, that's not what happened. Trump's a racist. Don't vote for him because random no-name celebrity told you. It's just so stupid, and honestly, I'm sitting here questioning, is this really gonna work? You know, if you look at NBC News, it's certainly working.
The view, the overall perception of Kamala Harris. Remember, before she got in the race, a lot of talk that, her numbers didn't look better than Biden's. She was 32 positive, 50 negative before getting in this race. And now this is what you see.
And we have to pause here because this is the largest increase that we have seen for any politician since George W. Bush in the wake of the September 11th attacks on this issue.
Absolutely, Kristen. I mean, we were seeing numbers like this for years for Kamala Harris. Now you're seeing a very different story. And what goes into that new level of popularity she has? Take a look here. If we can, there it is. Call this up here. Some of the groups that have gravitated the most towards Harris, just in terms of favorable, look at this. Black voters, 24-point increase. Independents, 20. Young voters, 26. Young voters, this is a group where Joe Biden, when he was still in, he was putting up very, very poor numbers for a Democrat. With Harris, you could see a 26-point jump there in her favorable score among voters under 30.
Kamala Harris completely flips her approval rating or her favorability rating within a span of 2 months. I'm sitting here asking myself the question, is this real? Are people really this stupid? And look, I try to refrain from using that kind of language or using that kind of angle within the world of politics, but what else am I gonna say? Kamala Harris was a dumpster fire in the pits. She was the worst politician. I mean, hated. But after 2 months of celebrity Kamala shilling, all of a sudden she's favorable. Make it make sense. Either there's a whole lot of dumb people who are going to lead the country off a freaking cliff, or it's all part of the same propaganda campaign. It's just another push-pull to add to the narrative. Ooh, look at all these celebrities. Look at all this stuff. Look at everything that's happening. Honestly, I'm more inclined to believe that. I think, again, going back to the initial point of the video, it's all freaking scripted. From Kamala Harris to the celebrities to the media involvement, I think it's one big propaganda campaign, which I'm frantically hoping is going to fail. I know their dishonest tactics are going to work to a certain extent. I'm just hoping enough people have a head on their shoulders to see through the clear BS. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you on the next one.